Welcome to NWA USA, and we're kicking it off with the Jericho Appreciation Society recently picked up the National Championship. Blimey, look at his shirt. Well, we'll be taking that off of him. He's got wings. Jericho has come out wearing wings. Very nice, like a majestic kind of pigeon. Like an arrogant pheasant, but he recently beat Austin Theory on the last episode of NWA Power to pick up that national championship, and tonight he's going to be taking on a member of the club. The era of faction wars is upon us, and the club made their debut on NWA Power, as well as the JSA. AJ Styles went up against Will Ospreay in a fantastic match, where Will Ospreay really struggled to put AJ down for the 3 count. He did eventually manage to do it, so AJ did lose, but what a performance for his debut. It was phenomenal, pun intended. And tonight, Carl Anderson is going to be the man taking on Chris Jericho. So we've got Matt Menard and Angelo Parker there at ringside, AJ Styles and Luke Gallows at ringside. Oh, and a super kick into the midsection. Went for the clothesline and Jericho caught him. Springboard, went for the back elbow, and Anderson moved out the way. We do know that Austin Theory does have a rematch. He does have a rematch scheduled against Chris Jericho for that national championship. And, well, speaking of championships, later on tonight, we're going to see some NWA USA action with that championship not on the line, but it could map out the future for that championship, because Karrion Kross, the champion, is going to be taking on Keith Lee in the main event. He took on Omos over the past few weeks after Omos and Keith Lee did really well in their multi-person matches. And now it's time for Keith Lee. Let's see if... Oh, I've punched my desk. Let's see if Keith Lee can put down Karrion Kross. We've got a showcase of different stables and factions here tonight. Obviously starting off with the JSA going up against the club. But we're also going to see TMDK make their return after debuting in the tag division a few weeks back and getting a win over multiple other tag teams. So TMDK are back with apparently a new member in their ranks. We're going to have a new debut later tonight as well. And we're also going to see United Empire try and gain a new recruit in the form of Ilya Dragunov, as we see TJP taking on Dragunov one-on-one after TJP pinned Ilya during the triple threat where Ilya made his debut. Facebuster there from Jericho, catching Anderson. Manages to catch him off guard, hit him with a code breaker. That facebuster and then bringing him up into the code breaker. Anderson's down. Is he out though? It's difficult to tell right now, but Jericho's going in for the cover. And no, Anderson's not out. Manages to slip his shoulder off the mat. Jericho, well known as being a legend of the business, looking to make a name for himself here in the NWA. The Judas Effect takes down Anderson. And Chris Jericho picking up a definitive win over a member of the club. And after an ad break, we came back to Austin Theory and Omos brawling on the well, I'm going to say on the outside of the ring. They're just straight up on the stage. Oh my god. Austin Theory attacking Omos. I don't know who started the brawl. Like I said, it initiated during a brief ad break. We need to get some people out here to try and cut this off. Good grief. And Austin Theory's just been thrown into that Minitron. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh my god, and a choke slam. So now that we've moved Austin Theory from the crumpled state he was in off the stage. Toni Storm coming out here. Her and Liv Morgan have been in this kind of very light back and forth feud over the past few weeks, with Liv Morgan getting a win over Toni Storm during the Crockett Cup tournament. Toni Storm just a few weeks ago getting a win over Liv Morgan here on NWA USA. I believe it was on USA. And now that is going to continue. They've been in just a war of wins and losses. However, it's not going to be a singles match because the recently debuted Doudrop is going to be competing here tonight as well to mix things up a little bit. Liv Morgan, the final woman to come out during this triple threat. She's had one hell of a universe mode so far. She's been incredibly impressive, and honestly, I think she could be future championship material. I think it's just a matter of time, being in the right place at the right time. And I cannot wait to see Liv Morgan level up. But she's got to pick up those wins before she gets an opportunity to go against Bianca Belair. So here we go, and Toni Storm with her sights set on Doudrop, which, no surprise there, since Doudrop and Toni Storm both have a history outside of the NWA in the independent promotions around the world. Both Toni Storm and Doudrop have put on absolute clinic matches, and Doudrop's just cleared the ring and inviting Toni Storm back into now the empty ring. We'll see whether or not that feud, that rivalry, that competitiveness between Doudrop and Toni Storm invades the current feud between Liv Morgan and Toni Storm. Toni Storm picked up the very impressive accolade that I will continue to mention. She won the first ever Power Rumble for the women's division. Incredibly impressive performance by Toni Storm during that. Oh my god, and a haymaker to the side of their head from Doudrop, and Toni Storm fighting back. So far, all three women have had their own fair share of offenses so far. Oh my god, and dodging out the way of a leaping Doudrop. Toni Storm and Liv Morgan now going one-on-one before Doudrop injects herself back into the situation with a Cobra Clutch. Slam on the mat. And Liv Morgan looking for the STO, but Doudrop just saw Austin Theory try STOs on Omos. She kind of scouted it, I guess. Oh my god. Blimey, there's that strength advantage. Facebuster there by Liv Morgan to Doudrop, and Doudrop forced to the outside, giving Liv Morgan and Toni Storm a chance to fight it out. See Liv Morgan wearing some of her older gear. We've not seen that gear in a while, with the tights and the checkered torso piece. We did see Liv Morgan in past Universe Mode seasons, and she's looking to roll up Toni Storm there. Uh-oh. Look at Doudrop behind Morgan. Oh my god, with the suplex. Good grief. Oh my god. Doudrop just pushing. Oh god, she almost folded her into the turnbuckle. Uppercut by Storm, followed by the forearm. And Toni Storm and Liv Morgan very briefly forced to team up there against Doudrop. Oh my god, but apparently stuff Liv Morgan's career. She's tossed down onto those steps, her legs bent over the edge. Good grief. And again, Doudrop with both the size and the strength advantage. She uses it to her advantage in a fantastic way. Body splash into the corner. Oh my god, and the steps just flew out of the ring. And a double team there. That double STO from both Morgan and Toni Storm. A nice show of teamwork. Improvised there from the two rivals. Doudrop not looking very happy about it though. Oh my god! Oh, and a crossbody, but Liv Morgan dodged out the way. And Doudrop trying to lift her up for that Michinoku driver. Liv Morgan's not having any of it. It's turned into a handicap match at this point. Holy shit. Oh, she's caught Toni Storm. Overhead belly to belly suplex. Doudrop really being given the opportunity to flex her skills here tonight. Toni Storm, let's not forget, Toni Storm's competed for the NWA Women's Championship before. And she got extremely close during the triple threat with Mickie James at actually winning that championship. She's proven that she can get into the main event and she can be main event material. Oh, Liv Morgan stopping Doudrop in her tracks. Throwing Doudrop into the corner and then using Doudrop to her advantage. Splashing her into the corner. Doudrop has got to be pissed about that one. But she doesn't have time for it. She's had to roll out. Liv Morgan now going after Toni Storm. This would be a humongous win for any of the women that end up getting the pinfall. There's a brainbuster, spinning brainbuster from Storm. One. And a quick kick out there from Liv Morgan. Toni Storm though gearing up to put away Liv Morgan. Kick to the midsection. There's Storm Zero, but I almost called a Piper Niven. But Doudrop's in the ring. Holy shit. And a punch to the midsection. And now look at these brutal stomps. Oh! Storm Zero again from Toni Storm. Two. Oh my god, and Liv Morgan again with the kick out. How? And now Doudrop's back in the ring. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, pile driver! Pile driver to Doudrop. Doudrop's down. One, two. Oh my god. Toni Storm at the top of her game right now. And now looking to put away Doudrop with a Storm Zero instead. Doudrop said no. Holy shit. And now all three women back to their feet. Snap suplex to Morgan. And Morgan's trying to fight back. Doudrop sends Toni into the corner. Oh, kick to the midsection. Whoa! Went for that Hurricane Rana, that head scissors. Doudrop sending Liv Morgan into the corner. Body splash on Toni Storm. Oh, and there's a Viper Bomb. And Liv Morgan's in the corner. Oh my god, Liv Morgan dodged out the way from receiving the same fate. Oh my god. Oh my god, Liv Morgan's going to steal it. One, two. Oh, and Toni's kicked out. How is Toni kicked out? Liv Morgan looking to capitalise. Play of the day. Play of the day. One, two. There we go. Liv Morgan managing to capitalise on that Viper Bomb, getting Doudrop out of the ring and then hitting the play of the day on Toni Storm. What a phenomenal win. That's exactly what I was talking about at the start of this match. She needed that to prove herself. So a few weeks ago before the pay-per-view, we saw a triple threat match where TJP made his debut as a member of United Empire, and he took on Santos Escobar and the debuting Ilya Dragunov. TJP managed to pin Ilya Dragunov during that match, and since then there has been some beef between the two, and Will Ospreay has given TJP the task of actually recruiting Ilya Dragunov to add some Russian blood into the United Empire and add yet another member of their ever-expanding faction. Of course, Ilya Dragunov not exactly looking to join United Empire, but it would be a strange start to his NWA career if he did. That loss in the triple threat definitely has not damaged his reputation at all. But this possible feud within the Super Junior division, currently led by Johnny Gargano, this feud could lead towards the championship for TJP or Ilya. Ilya Dragunov, one hell of a reputation outside of the NWA, and on his debut got an immense pop from the NWA USA crowd. And with the threat of Ilya Dragunov going after the Empire, oh my god, spinning back fist there, blocked by TJP. With the threat of Ilya going after the Empire, they would be able to neutralize that threat. If Ilya was forced to align himself with them, he'd have to sign a contract and basically only appear as their backup. He wouldn't get booked in matches or anything. They could essentially control the amount of times that he is booked and seen. You can see TJP brought out Aussie Open, who we saw also make their debut this previous episode of Power. Obviously their in-ring debut, they've been around for a little while, ever since getting rid of... in fact, no, they didn't make their in-ring debut. Their tag debut, let's say that way, since they debuted in a six-man tag. Their traditional tag debut was on NWA Power. It was a belter of a match. Kyle Fletcher played MVP for that entire match. And right off the bat, Ilya Dragunov showing way more offense than he managed to in that triple threat. Oh my god. Didn't manage to get all of that though. TJP dodging out of the way. Both men going for a move, and the moves inadvertently got them out of the way from the opponent's move. Holy shit. This has been incredibly fast-paced so far. TJP leaping out of that German suplex. As I was gonna say prior, TJP is no stranger to Universe Mode. He's been in and out for a while, especially when it comes to the Cruiserweight divisions of it. Both him and Chad Gable being around since the beginning of the Cruiserweight divisions being created in past seasons, where we focused on more WWE branded events. TJP sending Dragunov over the top rope. Dragunov with the forearm back, leaping to the top turnbuckle now. Oh, double axe handle off the top. Leaping seated senton. Dragunov is all over TJP right now. There's the clothesline. And looking for Torpedo Moscow early on in this match. Gonna put an end to this recruitment process. Torpedo Moscow takes down TJP. 1, 2. Oh, and TJP with the kick out. And now TJP getting the offense in against Ilya. Ilya's back to his feet. Torpedo Moscow! A second Torpedo Moscow! 1, 2. Oh, and there we go. Ilya Dragunov manages to avoid being forced into United Empire. Ilya with a big singles win there against TJP. The two Torpedo Moscows put away the Cruiserweight. Next up, we have the faction of TMDK, with their newest member, Murphy. Buddy Murphy, who former NXT champion, not NWA champion, unfortunately. Oh, Jonah's just vanished, but flanked by Shane Haste. Apparently not Jonah. But Murphy is coming out here to make a bit more of a statement for TMDK. Kind of put them on the map during this collection of faction wars. And Murphy's going to be taking on a new debut of the all-ego Ethan Page. Showing up for the first time in Universe Mode, and he's brought a little bit of backup with the hired help of Wardlow. We're in the era of everyone's got friends, everyone's got backup. Wardlow was once the bodyguard of Cody Rhodes very briefly. Now been picked up by Ethan Page. Ethan Page, well known by fans of Impact Wrestling as former tag team champion as part of the North. They held the tag belts over there for quite some time, and right off the bat, a jackhammer to Buddy Murphy. Former world champion right there, Buddy Murphy. Former Universal champion, former NXT champion. Had the feud of the century against Pete Dunne. He was then involved in the Cody Rhodes, William Regal GM situation where he betrayed William Regal and ironically has not been seen since. So, what does that say? I think it's, I mean, it's very like William Regal to, you know, let bygones be bygones, and it's water under the bridge, and, you know, back to good competition, but there definitely has to be some beef there between Murphy and Regal. But again, that was back in the NXT era, we're in the NWA now. It's all a lot different. Clothesline into the corner from Page. Page receives a boot to the face. It would be a massive win for Ethan Page to beat Murphy in his debut. See TMDK at the ringside. Murph knee! Early on in this match. Followed by another to the head. Buddy Murphy known for those knees, those hard-hitting knee strikes. See Wardlow there at ringside. Wardlow made an appearance in NXT again against Cody Rhodes before Cody Rhodes decided to, I guess he was impressed with his skills, decided to enlist him as a bodyguard. But Cody Rhodes' time within both NXT and the NWA was very short-lived. Oh my god, and a massive lariat just wiped out Page. Well, Page dodging out the way of that attack. And look at this combo. Combination of hits. Page dodges out the way. Kick to the midsection. Oh my god. Packaged pile driver to Murphy right after that combination of hits. Looking for the Tiger Suplex into the backbreaker. Ethan Page now carrying Murphy to the middle of the ring. Got him hoisted up. Ego's Edge from Page. 1, 2. Oh, and Murphy managing to kick out barely there from the Ego's Edge. And Ethan Page is not looking too happy about it. He set up Murphy perfectly for the finish. Went for the roundhouse kick. Murphy out of nowhere. Running powerbomb to Ethan Page. And Murphy now taking advantage. Gearing up for that running Murph knee. Oh my god. Almost took off Ethan Page's chin. Oh, Ethan Page dodging out of the way of whatever Murphy had in mind. Holy shit. And now Page going for another Ego's Edge, but Murphy rolls out of it. Oh, went for the bicycle kick of his own. Page caught him. Into another backbreaker. Page looking to take advantage. As Wardlow keeps an eye on the rest of TMDK, preventing them from getting involved. Razor's Edge. Ego's Edge into the sit out. Oh my god. And Ethan Page unable to put Murphy away. Sending Murphy now into the corner. Oh, Murphy turned on him. Into the down under. Holy shit, out of nowhere. The down under DDT. Murphy almost put away Ethan Page. It was almost a snap attack. Oh, and Page managing to dodge out the way. Roll up. He's got him in the cover. 1, 2. Oh my god, and Murphy with a kick out. Page is calling for it. Looking for the Ego's Edge. Hoisting him up. There it is. Ego's Edge to Murphy. Murphy's down and out. 1, 2. And that is it. Ethan Page, he needed the right combination of moves and he just needed to outlast Murphy as long as possible to get in the offense he needed. Page came out of that looking very strong. And now for the main event, we've got Keith Lee, who, as I said before, in the initial NWA USA Championship 5-man match, Keith Lee did a fantastic job in that match. In fact, I believe he got the most eliminations out of everyone, maybe even barring Karrion Kross, I can't remember, but he did really well. So tonight, William Regal has booked Keith Lee to go up against Karrion Kross, and Karrion Kross, oh my god, apparently sees Keith Lee as a threat. Oh my god, on the ramp, a two-handed choke bomb. It's no secret, of course, that United Empire also have their sights set on the NWA United States Championship. Karrion Kross now going to have to defend that championship on multiple fronts. Keith Lee, the current #1 contender, getting an opportunity to prove himself here tonight. And then all of the new factions and stables that have made themselves apparent. Who knows, we might see Karrion Kross facing Ethan Page or Shane Haste. There's an elevated flatliner there by Keith Lee to get a little bit of offense in against Kross. Keith Lee going to the top turnbuckle. Oh my god, and he leapt over Kross. Good grief. Oh, and a roundhouse kick. Took down Keith Lee. Absolutely brutal. Oh my god, and the strength of Kross. Tossing Keith Lee around the ring. Looking for a pump handle suplex. Karrion Kross with the advantage after the attack on the stage. It's no wonder he's getting in so much offense. DDT. Totals Lee, spiking him down into the mat. Went for the big boot, but Keith Lee dodging out of the way of it. Lifting up Kross and guillotine choke on the top rope. And let's not forget that Karrion Kross is currently on an undefeated streak. So the fact that he targeted Keith Lee during the entrance must mean that he feels like that streak could be at risk when it comes to Keith Lee. Keith Lee with the Irish whip into the corner. And now sending Kross halfway across the ring. And Kross fighting back with a quick jabs to the midsection of Keith Lee. Oh, and a clothesline takes down the big man. God knows what Kross was looking for there, but Keith Lee showing some resistance. Now the body shots. Uh-oh, went for something there, but Karrion Kross managed to get out of it, running high knee. And now with Keith Lee grounded, the slow methodical stomps. We saw Austin Theory stay in that Lion Tamer submission for a long extended period of time, and the damage that it did. What kind of damage could this be doing to Keith Lee? Oh my god, and an elbow shot manages to break it up. Keith Lee trying to get some offense in before Karrion Kross can. Oh my god, and another cross jacket. Another cross jacket on Keith Lee. Keith Lee really struggling now with a second submission. And Keith Lee's forced to tap out. An argument could be made that if it wasn't for the attack on the ramp, that double choke bomb on the ramp, Keith Lee might have put in a better performance, but at the end of the day, Karrion Kross has another win under his belt.